This is Nibiru Watcher. It is April 30th, 2017. This 1997 Simpsons episode portraying the 911 event when it happened a little later perhaps proves the conspiracy of future events that may also happen in the near future. Family Guy and a lot of these dark cartoons are showing it all the time. And then here we have Homer and Marge underwater with New York in the background. What is that all about? Is that a prophetic event? Well, I believe we have the next piece of the puzzle here. And I'm going to give the credit to Professor Doom, his channel, showing this t-shirt and this building here, which is in North Korea. And now, when I watched his video, he was wondering what this date may be, and I suggest you do. It is October 11th, 2017. Since we are in the threshold of a nuclear event over in North Korea, is this the next building that's going to fall? Well, let me jump to the next thing of the Revelation 12 event. Here's the book of Revelation. A sign appeared in heaven, a woman clothed in the sun with the moon under her feet and a crown of 12 stars on her head. She was pregnant and cried out in pain. A sign appeared in heaven, an enormous red dragon. Oh, we're going to show that one too, literally. Its tail swept a third of the stars out of the sky. Is this dragon the Planet X system? And is this tail the plasma tail that's dragging trillions of its meteors? It's going to fling it to the Earth? Very interesting. I do think that's the case. So let's watch and read on that the story continues. So let's look at this sign in the heaven on September 23rd. Now you all remember back Renee and the Rapture puzzle, and everybody was coming up with this 923 event. What is that? And now it's coming back. Maybe this is it, the date that we've all been looking for. So here we have Virgo with the moon under her feet. Jupiter, the king planet. The symbolism is there pretty amazing, and I think this is going to spell out a pretty interesting timeline. Clothed in the sun with the 3 floating stars above her head. 1, Mercury, Mars, Venus, with the 9-star system constellation of Leo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's your 12 stars. Now let's scroll forward about this woman who gives birth. Does that mean if we go forward in time to when does Jupiter leave the constellation? Look at that. October 11th. Is that a significant date when Jupiter leaves the constellation? Well, let's look at some more evidence. Now, I would like to show you Google Sky. Why? What do we have here? You type in these coordinates. What do we have? The only section of Google Sky that's blacked out, right over Virgo. Now, some of you have seen this before. I find it pretty amazing. And this was blacked out. But we can actually go to another website, Skyview. And I believe only visible, by the way, if you pull us up, you need to click on the infrared spectrum. You will see that we have the dragon. Is this a binary star system with this scary looking dragon that was blacked out? The same coordinates. I'll leave that and all this information in the description box. You can look this up for yourself. Just type in these same coordinates that I'll leave for you. You can just copy and paste it. Is this the dragon that's waiting for Jupiter to come out? Well, let's look at some more evidence. Now, here we have an interesting video that was on an Illuminati website. You can look it up. It's 231113442. Be ready. In this video, very creepy music. I'm not even going to play it. I don't want copyright infringement. But let's fast forward to some key events that are happening and the clues that are left behind in this much older video. Designated locations. Designated what? For destruction? Oh, every one of these man-made disasters that were planned. This watery image that was in here, the Oklahoma building, Kennedy assassinations. There's the Oklahoma. There's the leader of the Illuminati. There's the Twin Towers, September 9/11, the Oklahoma disaster, Snowden. Here's a clue. Run away. Sector New York. Yeah, let me pass that back. You see that? Sector, always backwards. Can't tell you straight. New York waters. Notice this R is backwards. Playing with you, right? Then here's another clue. At the end of the video, you will see this. Be ready. What are these signs? Well, I believe we think we know what this one is. At EMP attack, the world gets unplugged. The world gets unplugged. But what is that? Well, that is none other less than a sign of the Aquarius. Yeah. So let's look at the Aquarius constellation. And where is the Aquarius? Well, so here we are at the date here at October 10th, and look where Neptune is. Neptune has a 165-year orbit. Pretty rare event. I'll say it doesn't happen very often in too many lifetimes that we have Neptune named after the water god in the water constellation Aquarius. What are the odds of that at such as a time as this? Just thought I'd add to that. Is that the timing of this event? And in case that wasn't enough for you, this is Jonathon Kleck. This guy did an absolutely phenomenal job. It launched his whole almost 2 million views. How you could fold money in a way that would form a pentagram on every dollar bill, on all money. Now, he shows the 911 towers just being destroyed. It's a sequence of events. Here he shows a nuclear bomb blast and water coming over a building. But the $100 bill, let's stay focused of prophetic events that are happening. Now this one here. Launch over missile right here. There's launch over missile coming in, exploding. Coming in from this side right here, exploding. The reason I showed it to you on this is because once you put it in high resolution, it's difficult to see over the night. Here again is up over again. Missile exploding. This is the New York City, and you're going to see a lot of buildings right here. So the buildings right here. Okay, you see all this heat right here that makes it even red lines. There's artery in certain spots. Okay, these human red lines is moving towards the subject, which is us. As I change the magnification, you're going to see all of this in sort of waves coming in, all those loops that were down, and they're going to be destroying city watch. There it is here. See how it changed? See how it's all coming? No, there it is. Building's being wiped out. There it is. See the water? That's water being back up. There it is. Now visual water coming at you. Boom, boom. Yeah. Yep. So now some of you remember the Russian spy ship spot off the East Coast. Remember that? Mr. MB333. And he was been hanging off, going up and down the coastline. Dabu 7 covered it too. What was that ship doing there? Well, I'm going to suggest you a conspiracy theory. And let's just see what's been going on. Oh. Yeah, this is some good ones too. So off the coast of New York, there's actually a place called Babylon. Now is America the Babylon the Great that has fallen, and many kings of the earth mourned because they made them rich. Yeah, America did make a lot of people rich because that's all we do is buy their stuff. Maybe this is what that Russian spy ship was doing off the coast of New York, going up and down. Was he being on the lookout for a Russian military export? We are quietly seeding the U.S. shoreline with nuclear missiles. February 20th, Russian military expert. I don't believe it was his face. He's not the true general. And they will have an asymmetrical response. Is nuclear warheads. What does that even mean? Well, there's a lot of gematria and mixed up in this that proves and further validates this entire event. And here we have an unmanned tunneling machine that could bore holes and put this thing deep into our ocean and synchronize. I got a better picture of this device, which tunnels totally unmanned, and go and plant this thing, and this thing was just acting as a lookout as this one was secretly planting these nuclear mole missiles. And so here is how this basically tunnels into the earth and triggers at the anointed time. And then we've got the columns portraying in the St. John the Divine Church in New York, the Twin Towers, what appears to be the Brooklyn Bridge, buses and cars falling off, and the Twin Towers with the same tsunami-like event. And the building was built in the 1850s. This was added in 1997. So the powers that be, what do they? You think this is real? So here is another sign that's coming 33 days before the September 23rd event, is a total solar eclipse. This is animation from the NASA.gov website, animated. So it comes, this is the overall shadow, but the darkest point, the moon, crosses from Oregon all the way into South Carolina, the best spot. It's going to shade the earth, but it'd be super dark where that thing is 70 miles wide. Never happened before. And then, and here is another solar eclipse 7 years after the August 2017, August 21st, 7 years later, we get another solar eclipse across America right here. And a perfect place of viewing it forms a perfect X across America over the course of all these, over the course of many 7 years. And last but not least, I'm on the Hadron Physics FSU EDU website. And some of you say, nuclear tsunami? Jeff, you're crazy. Am I? Why are they working on? Let's look at this PDF file, discussion outline, why they've been launching, setting off nuclear missiles and blowing up stuff underwater. See this wave dynamics, they've been testing this to see how this works. And I believe they completely perfected it. Look at this. The purpose and general understanding of blast characteristics, shallow versus deep, reasons for underwater bombs, Project SEAL, there you go, tsunami bomb, tectonic weapon. Well, again, give all the credit for Professor Doom for pointing this out. I just wanted to point out the dragon and the timing of this event because he was stumbling on what that date was on that t-shirt. 10-1 what year was that? Well, now that we're at the threat of a nuclear disaster with North Korea, that building is at. So again, the author and discoverer of the Revelation 12 in the heavens, Scott Clark, on the YouTube channel, does a spectacular job understanding the times. I might agree 100%, but I think he is pretty safe, and to agree with him, if you want to truly be prepared, you need to pay attention to what he is talking about on his channel. Go back, watch this one, and he even relates it to channel Planet X. He's not up to speed like we are, but he just said it's potentially possible that Planet X is also the dragon. Anyways, please copy, like, and share this video. See you with the Lord's Supper.